Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. All right. So I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do know and understand your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. My name is Dina Bryant. I do these inspirational videos just talking about life. Okay, so today's video, I am going to talk about finding your purpose. What is purpose? Honey, I done took some. Normally, I don't do this, right? Normally, I don't write stuff down. Normally, I just go for it, right? But today, I was like, let me jot things down so I can stay on topic and not go all the way down south, back up north, east, west, okay? So first off, what is your purpose? So to me, purpose is the reason why you're here. That's my belief, right? The reason why you're here, is could purpose change? I do believe purpose could change, but is like the reason why you're here is what you could contribute to this here planet, right? I often like to say that I am going to leave my thumbprint on this planet because I am, right? I am. And so that's number one, right? Is the reason why you're here. Number two is how to find your purpose. So I'm gonna take you back to memory lane, okay? How to find your purpose. Okay, so a lot of you guys know, right? I used to work, right? I used to do security. I worked in a hardware store. I worked as a vendor for a plant company in a hardware store. I would deliver food for people. Well, it was this one small business that I would deliver food to the elderly. Also, I was an Uber driver and a Lyft driver, okay? So, when I was working, right, for the hardware store, I just felt like it was more to life, right? I felt like it was more to life. I didn't understand, like, what I was going through at the time, but I guess it was a mixture of, it was depression, it was anxiety, me experiencing those things. And I didn't know that those things was going to lead me to my purpose, because I believe when you are going through depression, it's like, your spirit is sick of you playing this role, right? It's sick of you wearing this mask. It's sick of you, acting like you are a certain character in your own movie. Probably an extra, not even a damn main star, okay? But you are an extra in your own movie. And it was like, me experiencing the depression, I would go to a psychologist, I remember, and I would get pills because at this time, I was just off balance. I couldn't think straight. My brain, it was like foggy. People would say certain things to me. I would just let it, brush off. I wouldn't even, defend myself and all these different things. And I never knew that me going through having a mental imbalance, that was going to lead me into finding my purpose, right? And so me going through all of that, it always made me make this statement. And I normally would, go in the bathroom. It's dark, it's pitch black. And I'm in the bathroom and I'm by myself, and I would just make this statement like, I know I did not come here for this, right? And I don't know who I was talking to. At that time, most likely God in the sky, right? But I knew I did not come to this planet to do the things that I was doing. And it was working, okay, 5 days out of the week, 40 hours a week, shopping, looking for other people's validation. I know I didn't come here for that. So it caused me to keep on putting the statement out, right? And in the Bible, we all have heard, knock and ye shall find, right? Or seek and ye shall find. Excuse me, honey. So that's what made me like really get into it. And then, so how did I find my purpose? So I kept putting the statement in. I know I didn't come here for this. I didn't come here for that, right? And one day, okay, I keep telling you guys, it was a video that I watched from rapper B.O.B. And he was talking about everything. He was talking about Kundalini, chakras, all these different things, right? He was talking about what you put into the subconscious mind that creates your reality. So I was like fascinated by what he was saying. And what really got me to, paying attention to him even more, because one of the things he said was, he was like, you're not going to need me to know this stuff. He was like, this is your, this is your right. Like, you already know this stuff. Your higher self know this stuff. And I was like, what? Right? And so that led me to one thing after another. I started meditating, and I never forget. Right? I was in the living room, okay? And I'm there, I'm meditating, I'm getting my Zen in, okay? I'm getting my Zen on, and I'm there meditating, eyes closed, sitting on the hardwood floor, cold hardwood floor, and I'm sitting there and I'm meditating, and this thought just came to me, right? Make videos. What? Make videos, right? And it was like a download. It was nobody else there, of course, but it was just like, make videos. And I was like, make videos. Right? When you hear, some people say higher self, some people say your ancestors, some people say your intuition, whatever it is, honey, whatever you call source, okay? But it said make videos. And this was the time, like, I was eating healthier, I wasn't eating meat, I was meditating, I wasn't, into drama. I wasn't gossiping, because if you know my story, honey, I done said time and time again, if my eyes seen you, most likely I was going to gossip about you, right? Because that was because I didn't know who I was, honey. I didn't know who I was. I didn't understand that by me being all in somebody else's business, it was actually taking me away from my goddamn business, the things that I needed to do for self, okay? And so what happened was I started making videos, and I was afraid to do so. But this is another thing. Whenever you get that download for you to do whatever it is, to write the book, to make the videos, to start public speaking, do not feel like you're not ready. Do not feel like you're not ready. You have got that download because, in fact, you are, honey, you over ready. Okay? You so ready, honey, you are over ready. Right? And so I started making videos, and it gave me a sense of meaning, right? Like, it made me feel like so relatable. Before, I felt like I was, I was by myself, so to speak. Me doing videos, me putting out content, me being influencer, and putting out inspiration, it just did something for me. It made me feel oneness, right? It made me feel so connected. It made me understand that we are all related in some type, shape, way, or form, right? We are all connected. And it felt good. Like, this was the one thing, when I would shop and stuff like that, I would get like, excited, right? Going to buy this stuff and getting the shoes, the bags, and the perfume, whatever. I would feel so excited. But then after a while, it would die down, right? I would feel like, damn, I got this. I was excited to get it. But then after I got it, I just felt like, okay, But once I started being, like leaving my thumbprint on this planet, it gave me so much meaning, so much purpose. I often say, me making videos, it is more, I get more excited than shopping. Now, honey, let's not get it misconstrued. I do like shopping, but I get more so excited when I'm making these videos because I love hearing you guys' stories. I love hearing you guys say, girl, I've been through that, or sis, I've been through that. I love it. I love it. I love being an open book. I love sharing my experience with you guys. and understanding that we don't have to have it all together, right? And that we do fuck up, right? And that is a reflection of our conscious mind from before, the way we was thinking before. So, getting back to it, what is purpose? Purpose is the thing that you had came here for, right? Purpose is the thing that you came here for. My purpose is teaching, right? I believe that. I know that my purpose is teaching, right? Teaching my story, showing others how to pull themselves up from whatever it is that they tend to be going through. Sometimes in life, right, you just gotta wipe your eyes and see things differently. And it's all according to the way you see things. Change the way you see it, things will change, okay? In the words of Dr. Wayne Dyer. Okay, number 2, how to find your purpose. To me is making a statement, right? Making a statement. I kept on going in the dark bathroom saying, I know I wasn't here for this. I know I'm not here for this. Right? Nobody told me to say that. It was just like I knew that. I knew it. Nobody told me. I just knew I was not here to do the things that I was doing at the time. Right? And then number 3, why you should find your purpose. The reason why you should find your purpose is, to me, it's like I felt like I was a dog, right? Chasing its tail. And thinking it's somebody else's tail, but in fact it was mine. So I give the analysis of a dog when I'm saying like I was going to different jobs and working at all these dead and silly jobs, right? And not feeling like somebody else had to tell me what time to come to work, what I should do, and all these different things when I have purpose. I have meaning. I did not come here for that, right? And it was a great experience. I'm very grateful for the experiences that I did have, all through my life, but you came here for something much bigger and better, right? That's what you have to understand. So you should find your purpose because it's like you giving back to me. To me, I feel as though it's like you giving back. Nobody could ever fire you from your purpose. Right? Some people say gift. Nobody could ever fire you from it. And also what you have to understand, I say this a lot, that your purpose, your gift is not for you. Right? It's not for you to just keep it. Right? It's not for you to just be like, well, you know what? I'm going to wait until my audience come. Your audience will never come because they don't have nothing to come to. Like, how would your audience find you if they don't even know you exist? Right? So you got to stop being in your head so much and allowing the ego to tell you or talk you out of your greatness. And the ego to me is the committee, right? To talk you out of your greatness because you came here for something phenomenal, something beautiful, and something amazing, right? And so when you find your purpose, will you, and this is a bonus, right? Will you have days where as though is not the best? Yes. You still will have days where as though it's not the best, but now you are aware and you can always pull yourself out of it, right? And to me, it's like, it's the best thing ever because I used to be the type of person, I would be like, people cannot know my business, right? I had to be, served from this facade point of view where as though everything had to be perfect. Right? I could not go outside looking a certain type of way. That was just a no-no. Okay? I had to have it all together. I had to have it all figured out. And me trying to be a perfectionist, it really caused me to fold, right? Because it was like, you'll never be a perfectionist. You just cannot be perfect. Right? Life is not perfect. It's a law called law of rhythm, right? It's up and down, law of polarity, in and out. You just can't not be there. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Okay? If you are feeling the content, honey, leave me a comment. Let me know if you know what your purpose is. And let me know how you are moving into learning what your purpose is. Another thing, meditate. meditate. Honey, it doesn't matter if you don't know how. Listen, I didn't know how to meditate. You know what I did? I went on YouTube. And started watching videos. I was so eager to learn. I was so eager for different. And when you eager, you are going to do things that you necessarily don't know how to do until you find out how to do it. And with that being said, I love you guys.